Welcome to DC. You know where you're at the USA cap. You're taking it slightly, I'm taking it slightly. Now how you gon' act on you gon' be right back. When we gon' be right here, we gon' be right here. We ain't going nowhere. Welcome to DC.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching towards the freedom line. Oh, ain't gonna let this system turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let this system turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching towards the freedom line.
Violence and patriarchal violence on our communities as posing a danger to Black women and work to defend our communities from both forms of violence. We must say the names of and demand justice for Black women who have been killed by police, Breonna Taylor and Nina Pop just being two. We honor Oluwatoyin Salo, a 19-year-old Black girl who was killed for speaking out against police violence against all Black people and centering Black trans folks who experience police violence, killed by one of our own community members, representing the multifaceted fight that Black women are in. We must continue to center Black trans women's experiences and fight against the anti-Black and transphobic violence that has led to the murders of 29 Black trans women in 2019. Marie Washtog, Ashanti Cartman, Claire Legato, Malaysia Booker, Michelle Tamika Washington, Paris Cameron, T.T. Gully, Chanel Lindsay, and the recent murders of two Black trans women, Dominique Fells and Rhea Milton. Defunding MPD is deeply connected to the right for trans and cis Black women to be free from gender-based violence, transphobic violence, and deadly force from police. The DC Council must defund MPD and reject the $18.5 million increase to MPD, as well as the $5 million to build a new jail in DC. It must redirect those resources towards community violence interrupters and initiatives that will support the well-being of Black cis and trans survivors of violence, such as free housing and health care.
Yes.
Is blackness is into queerness, right? In BYP 100, we like to say blackness is inherently queer.
It is.
So when we talk about immigration issues, we have to be really clear that it is a Black issue also first. So I want to bring up Joella Roberts, who co-founded Migration Matters, which is the only organization at a historically Black college that centers the experiences of migrant folks, right? Specifically F1, J1, DED folks, TPS folks, but more importantly, DACA, and we won yesterday. And we won yesterday. So folks get to stay in their home, right? Home is here. Say home is here. Say home is here. Home is here.
Home is here.
All right.
Yes. That's turn me up like that. Right.
How are you? How are y'all doing? Happy Juneteenth, Black people.
As Trinice mentioned, my name is Joella Roberts. I am originally from Trinidad and Tobago. I came to the United States when I was 4 years old. And I am a DACA recipient. Yes. And so at the rallies that I'm a part of, I always center the names of Black migrants who you might not hear in a lot of other rallies. And I want to be transparent that a lot of those names that I mentioned, none of them are black women. None of them are black migrant women. So when we talk about intersectionality and the many identities that black women have to fight through because of white supremacy, it includes citizenship. It includes status. And so when a lot of black women are murdered because of ICE, because of police, because of CBP, murdered, raped, and thrown in detention centers at the border, I need you to center them. I need your advocacy for black women to extend artificial U.S. borders, okay? Because there's a plight happening in Yemen. COVID-19 is exponential in Haiti and Jamaica simply because of deportation, right? We deserve the right to live. We deserve the right to be centered. We contribute greatly. I contribute greatly. I love you all, and I join you in the fight. So we advocated for DACA, which we won yesterday. Trump lost yesterday. And so it's just not by happenstance that it's the day before Juneteenth. It's not just by happenstance that it's during Immigrant Heritage Month.
Talk about it.
Right? I feel empowered, recharged. And I want y'all to carry that same joyous rebellion in your heart, knowing that when we fight, we win. And I also want you, with me and my cousin, we created this chant. We said, if Black Lives Matter, protect us when we're alive. If Black Lives Matter, protect us when we're alive. And so I honor the names of all of the signs that you're carrying, but how can you step up for black women while they're alive? How can you step up for black migrant women while they're alive? I want you to follow UndocuBlack, follow Migration Matters at UDC, follow Baji, follow all of the organizations that are doing the work, and then get in line. Because we need you. We need you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey y'all, hey.
Back at it again.
It's Juneteenth. We out here. What we doing?
It's Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth.
We protest hopping.
No, for real. That's sad, but we doing it. That's sad that it's necessary. What is
You
that?
said it was down the street.
It looked like it was down the street.
The White House?
No, Black Lives Matter. Yeah. LOL.
No, Black Lives Matter Plaza.
No, because they we're not going to that White House.
We ain't calling it White House no more.
No.
Black Lives Matter Plaza.
What the devil meant for bad. Why we need you.
We already talked about that.
Why we need you across the borders.
And who is Karen talking about?
Oh, she pressing them. It's the butt for me.
Pointing when you're not looking when you're pointing for me. That's entitlement. They be like, you know what I'm talking about.
We need to stop calling these people Karens and call them white supremacists. And that's on what? Because the micro is just as big as the macro. Period. You gonna shuffle. You gonna hand me over to the police. Go to jail.
She said, I'm just here to report someone.
Black Panther. Why Black Panther standing right there like that?
I got to have it.
Right here?
Right here.
Right now?
Right now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
It's Juneteenth, y'all. Happy Juneteenth, black people. It's a celebration. The
even though it's Juneteenth and our people did get free, we should not never have to get free. We should have never had to get free. And I want to let y'all know that even though I came to this country when I was a little girl, and I've been in this country ever since, we all are migrants. By stolen virtue of 1619, by whoever your great-great-grandparents are, but we want to pay homage to the Navajo tribe, the land on which we're standing on, because even though we're fighting for freedom, this is not our land.
It is not.
And the indigenous people are dying. It is a genocide due to COVID-19, of which their numbers are not being represented. So we need to understand that every fight is intertwined. My freedom is all locked up in yours. And that's how we need to move.
That's how we moving.
Even though I'm not black, there's a black issue, it is my issue. Even though I'm not an immigrant, there's an immigrant issue, it's my issue.
It is.
This is a day to recharge. It's not a day to chill.
It's not.
Y'all look good, but this not a day to chill.
It's not.
It's been 3 months since Breonna Taylor's murderers have been on paid leave. And Rashad, rest his soul, they've arrested his murderers already.
They did.
So as a black woman, I must talk about intersectionality and how the system continues to not stand up. Even the legal system does not stand up for me, does not stand up for us. Tony McDade was also murdered months ago, and his murderers are still not in handcuffs. And if we truly believe in a world without prisons, and we truly believe in a world without police, because I do, we have to figure out how we're going to stand up and support our community. How will I feel safe when I can literally get murdered in my bed and our murderers are still being paid? How can I feel safe when people who are not in uniform, Ahmaud Arbery, can also murder us and go safe and live and raise $1.25 million and be set free by racists? This is the world that we live in.
It is.
And although our ancestors fought really, really hard, almost 200 years ago, our fight is not done.
It's not.
Our fight is not done.
It's not.
Literally. We can't chill. I'm a Washingtonian, and I've been down here fighting. I remember when they were tear gassing us on this block. I remember when they were shooting at our ankles on this block. It was not a marketplace. No shade, get your money. It was not no food court.
It definitely wasn't.
It was not a mural.
It wasn't.
We were out here protesting for real, for real, for real, for real, for real, for real.
We haven't stopped.
We have not stopped.
Clearly.
We've moved to Malcolm X Park. We've moved east of the river. We've moved to the... We moving. Because we realize that sometimes this is not our space. But I need y'all to make this our space. You're on Black Lives Matter Plaza in a city where our mayor increased funding of police amidst COVID-19. You're in a city where it was formerly known as Chocolate City, 95% black. Now it's cappuccino, latte, frappe, can't give it. I can't put my finger on what it is right now.
I don't know what it is, but...
I can only see Black Lives Matter from my high-rise condominium that I cannot afford as a black person living in this city. And so if you want to organize it, you want to come to my city and you want to flick it up, I need your help. I need your help. We're trying to defund police.
We are.
We're trying to invest in the only public institution that is in our city, the University of the District of Columbia.
We are.
Of which I founded the first organization to center undocumented students. Migration Matters. Pull it out, follow us. Migration Matters. And we really doing the work.
We are.
I told you I'm one of 700 DACA recipients to call DC home. And we demand equity. We demand justice. Especially as a black migrant woman, I am silenced. Of all the names that I call in the rally of black migrants such as Amadou Diallo and Samson Foran, they are all men. I don't even know the names of my sisters who were murdered because of ICE, because of police, at the border, by CBP. DC is governed by over 33 agencies. It's ICE all the way down to Park Police.
Right.
Like for real.
So many.
And I really really want y'all to tap in. Because when you leave, we gotta handle this shit.
Right.
When you leave, we have to handle this.
We do.
And so I'm trusting that your movement will not end at your t-shirt.
Right.
I'm trusting that your movement will not end at your picture, at your hashtag.
Talk to us.
I'm trusting that your movement will not even end at your bank account, because we need you physically.
Right.
I can't vote, y'all.
Talk to us.
Even though I've been in this country for over 20 years, doing it the legal way, trying to acquire my citizenship, I have officially aged out of my mother's application, and so if DACA does not provide me a pathway to citizenship, that's it. So I need y'all that can vote to vote in people that truly represent what we're about. At the local level, at the federal level, at the institutional level. We need people that's in the hospitals caring for black women who are 10 times more likely to die.
Talk about it.
To die. They are at every front. They are in the schools, they are in the hospitals, they are in the jails. They are everywhere. And we need to be just as active. No matter what your job is, you need to interwove that Black Lives Matter chant into it.
Yeah.
No matter what you do, you can definitely support. If you're an artist, artists have always been historians, documenting how our movements go. You need to do that.
Yeah.
If you're a doctor, you need to work for free for these protesters that are getting third-degree burns that I see for myself.
Tap in.
If you're a lawyer, you need to tap in and offer pro bono work for these protesters that are being arrested and detained.
Tap in.
If you're a clergy, you need to offer us some snacks. Something. Something needs to happen. Because I'll be down to spend another Juneteenth morning. I'd be, Lord forgive me, down
Yeah.
to be out here again screaming another name. Been out here. Oh, what's up? This is my friend, y'all. I've been out here. I've been in the movement. I've been in a fight. And I'm proud of all of you who are just now using this chance to tap in.
If you don't support this space, you're a piece of shit. That part.
I'm very proud of you if this is your first time tapping in. And if you're a little confused, as an ally, you can visit whiteaccomplices.org, because we don't need allies, we need accomplices.
We do.
I'm giving you the resources.
Jot them down.
You need to learn. Because it's too often that I come out here and black people are pouring their hearts, opening their scabs, just for you to nod and snap and clap.
We need action.
We need action. I don't want to see another Kente Claw.
I don't.
I don't want to see another Neil. I want you to get up and pass some policies.
Please get
I
up.
want you to get up and pass some laws.
Please get up.
I want you to get up and give some money.
Please get
I
up.
want you to get up and join an organization that is doing the work. Because I promise we've been doing the work. Just as organized as white supremacy and the politics have been, black people have been. Don't be fooled that you're coming out here starting something. We've been working. But we need the resources. We need the help. The political help. The economic help. And the people power.
Right.
Period. So I really want y'all to get realigned. I'm so happy to see my black people, specifically, on this day.
So happy.
On this day.
We're here to celebrate.
Because if anything, it reiterates the scammery and the fraudery, it ain't a word, but I made it one, that this country represents. Because not only were we free for an entire 2 years, you really ain't telling me.
Right.
You really ain't telling me. And then even if I was to get free, picture this. I was stolen, forgive me, I did not come to this country. I was stolen with no resources, no family, no anything. So when you set me free, where am I gonna go?
Right.
What am I gonna do?
Right.
And so y'all had a 400-year lead. I ain't shaming you, this is the facts. And we're still out here, beautiful, accomplished, killing it. Beautiful, accomplished, killing it. But they're killing us. They literally hate to see it. They literally hate to see it. And we're not just out here just for show. We have actions. We have demands to change our systems. Migration Matters, personally, we would like DC to defund their $582 million budget and invest in UDC the only public institution and one of 3 HBCUs to accept undocumented students. We want to end collaboration with ICE in Washington, D.C. We want to support our international students who currently have nowhere to go because all of the borders are closed, so they are starving and homeless, even though they contributed $39 billion with a B to the U.S. economy in 2019.
Talk about it.
Do y'all know that?
They do now.
Cube Smart asking for a unit to put all their stuff because their university is kicking them out.
Kicking them out. Same day.
That's ridiculous.
Same day.
We need to tap in, y'all.
Who paid for those units?
We need to tap in. Where are they getting that money from?
Somebody donated their time. They're opened their pockets. They opened their purses, which we should all be
Open
doing.
your purse.
They said somebody got to put their stuff somewhere, and a man came to my job that I previously worked at. Yes, this is a true story.
It's a true
We're not out here robbing for no reason. I had a man come to my job and say, hey, I have 3 hours to put these students somewhere. But at least I need to have their stuff somewhere so if they do happen to come back, they have something to come back to. We have homeless students out here, y'all. That don't even sound right. How you homeless and a student? You are investing. You should be getting invested back into. Right. Period. You should be safe. Students, you think about a student, you think of a safe place for your children to go, right? So why is somebody coming to my job trying to make it safe for a student? Right. Who's not doing their job? Who's not doing, exactly, somebody's not doing their job. So that's what we're saying, we keep us safe, that's what we mean by that. Him coming to my job and me divvying up a nice little, promotion for him, that was me doing the extra. Because they could have fired me for that. I said, I got you. Don't worry. Because all it takes is for you to care. You got to care a little bit more than you do for what you got currently going on for yourself. Because somebody, I promise you, got it bad. I promise you we out here down bad. But we can't look like it because we got to continue to fight. If I was out here really as bad as we feel, you would not feel me. So we need to inspire you. We out here with smiles on our faces, but we've been doing the work. So I advise you to follow at Migration Matters UDC. I'll say it again because I know y'all got devices. At Instagram, Migration Matters UDC, because we're not here to just be here. We're here to continue to do the work. We're here to talk our talk and keep it pushing. We're not here for the show, sorry.
Let me tell about the immigrants.
Talk about the immigrants.
And so while I have your attention, because I know that y'all know that immigration is a black issue, right?
Yes.
Did y'all know that? It's true, I'm black, I'm an immigrant. I'm a doctor. I've been here. And I contribute greatly. I pay my taxes. Even though I'm not eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, I pay for your grandmother and your great-grandmother. But I'm not eligible for the stimulus check. Did you know that 1.2 million Americans did not get a stimulus check simply because they were married to an immigrant? I'm here to teach you. I'm here to teach you. And we talk about DACA, which was definitely a win. Hey, my community, winning. But we're not going to talk about how DACA is just a leaf. A leaf. Right? PPS, a leaf. Then we get down to the bark of the tree, which is a broken immigration system that I mentioned, that the average rate of someone that is not related to married to a citizen is 23 years for their application to even be looked at. 23 years. And then we get down to the root, the displacement of immigrants in the first place, of why we experience Stockholm Syndrome and come to the United States, is because all of our resources are stolen. All of our countries are bombed. Hello? Y'all not trying to hear it. And that's cool, because I told you, and now you're accountable. Our countries are being bombed, stripped. Our women are being murdered. Countries are literally designated for sex work, and that's it. Look it up. Yemen is experiencing a famine. A famine. People are dying by the second, not minute. And we out here eating hot dogs, buying shirts, chilling. If your Black Lives Matter protest does not extend artificial U.S. borders, you are not pro-black. If your Black Lives Matter hashtag is very much just that, you are not pro-black. And if you are not pro-black, you are in the way.
Thank you.
We are not backgrounds for your photos. Our pain is not a story to retell.
It's not.
It's not a story to motivate you into anything except for action. I hate to see it. Over and over again, we have to tell all of our traumas. I have to tell you all of my secrets just for you to value my humanity? Who are you to decide where I can be? Who I can be? It's ridiculous. And so I'm not here to agitate y'all, because white supremacy has done that enough, I hope. I just want y'all to be realigned. I love y'all. That's why I'm investing my time, my body, putting my physical body on the line. Because I know they watching. And I am the sole provider for my entire family, so I'm literally risking it all. I'm risking it all. Because I see the question marks. It's not your fault that the only immigrant you know is robbing and raping ass Christopher Columbus. It's not by happenstance that you don't know that TPS is still in the Supreme Court, and there are no countries that are currently eligible for TPS, that they're intentionally deporting migrants and increasing COVID-19 rates abroad. So how we treat black people here is literally reflective of how black people are treated globally. When we tap in for real, and we care for real, change will be done. I just told you we won DACA yesterday.
Right, we won.
Change will be done. If we tap in and we continue to organize not only in the streets, but the courts, on social media, on every avenue that we can. If we continue to organize, change will be done. But let's not be blinded by a no-knock warrant given to Breonna Taylor in the city that she was in, but her murderers are still on the street getting paid. Let's not get blinded by George Floyd's murderers being arrested, but then crowdfunding $1 million to have him out on bail. All that is ridiculous. Personally, it's ridiculous. And we're in the business of accountability, but personally, I don't think that those actions should have transpired for them to be accountable for.
Right.
Breonna Taylor should be alive. Tony McDay should be alive. Amadou Diallo should be alive. They should be celebrating Juneteenth with us. Please give George Floyd's daughter a settlement check on her prom. Give her that settlement check on her graduation or her father's birthday. Because what is money? Let's get real. What is money?
What is it? Fake freedom.
Something that we really destroy people, communities, morality for. Money. I challenge you to value humanity, love, care, respect. And I promise you, when you give, you will still have. That is the capitalist, white supremacist attitude and thinking that you have to hoard everything. To be a billionaire, somebody has to be poor.
Tell him again.
You just don't work your way to a billion, much less many of them. It's exploitive that corporations can get billions of dollars and me and my friends can't even get no stimulus check, but I work every day, full time. It doesn't make any sense. Let's realign. What's up? My friend, y'all. Let's realign. Let's realign. And if you don't know what freedom looks like, we have demands. If you don't know what you want for real, but you know that you want to be a part, tap in. Because for you to be aimlessly wandering out here while black people are literally being hung in Texas and all across the world, and if you don't see the foot on our neck, I promise it's there.
They found a man hung in a tree.
Hung in a tree, called it suicide. Who does that? Who does that? We also need to realize that if Martin Luther King also wasn't murdered, he would be the same age as Barbara. Some of these old white people that's actors and still alive. Emmett Till was the other day. I promise you my mother was alive. That's not fake. Like the same systems do not exist. All that stuff was the other day. We just got free less than 200 years ago. Did you hear me, Juneteenth?
Yes.
Less than 200 years ago we got free.
That's like 2 people.
2 generations. That's 2 generations.
That's literally 2 generations.
And you know black people live long, so 105.
Yeah.
Let's get serious, y'all. And so when we marching for Juneteenth and we're excited for Juneteenth, let's remember the system that created Juneteenth. Be glad. Be honored that my ancestors fought for me to be right here today. But let's continue their work.
Please.
I don't want my next generation to experience the freedom that I create. I want to be around. I want to be able to say, thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I want to be around.
And we will.
And they're not going to murder me. what it is, they killed our leaders. And a lot of people only talk about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, but black women have been leading us for years. But they kill us too. But if it's the movement, they can't kill the movement. They can kill people, trust me. They have. But if it's the movement, and we're all tapped in, Black Lives Matter movement, not corporations, because we know corporations fail too. Organizations fail too. If it's the movement, and you're personally committed, we're not gonna lose. We're not gonna lose. And I love y'all. I don't know y'all for real. I don't know y'all personally, but I promise I love you. And I know that you're committed to me and my community. So I'm standing up for you and yours. And so when we win, I want y'all to be just as lit, just as hungry on Black Lives Matter Plaza, which we can talk about another time. But I want y'all to get serious. If y'all gonna protest, make it a protest. Maybe it's not a protest. Maybe I stepped in this joint and it was really just a chill. My bad. Maybe I just messed up y'all feng shui. Maybe it was a photo shoot. But even if you were to take those photos, let's get realigned right after. Let's get realigned right after. When you go home, talk to those people. Because there's no point in you standing in these streets talking to me. I know what I go through. You talk to your friend group. Talk to your grandfather. Talk to your colleagues, your boss. Those rooms that black women will never enter because of these systems.
You look beautiful.
I love you.
No, you are so beautiful.
Oh, relax. For real, y'all. I don't need you to be out here. Fist up. I need you to be in your hometown, in your DMs, in your messages. I need you to be in your job, wherever you reside, wherever you hold space, hold us.
Yes.
Make it plural. Please. Because we're dying. Literally. Thank you.